Alright, welcome to Climb That Mountain UK. My name is Jamie.
We're good to go. We are good to go.
In this series, I am going to ride my newly acquired Honda Africa Twin motorbike to as many countries in Europe as I possibly can.
Oh my god! Let's hope this doesn't get worse. I'm pretty committed.
On this journey, I have everything with me that I need to be self-sufficient, including camping equipment, all my cooking stuff, all the filming equipment, and even an acoustic guitar. I'll be starting from just outside the Peak District in the UK and heading out into Europe from there. This is my journey. Okay, we're rolling. My name is Jamie. My name's Jamie. Hi, I'm Jamie. My name's Jamie. Hi, I'm based just outside of Manchester in the UK, and I am about to ride this motorbike to as many countries in Europe as I possibly can. The bike itself is a 2016 Honda Africa Twin DCT. I'm riding it with Givi panniers on. I've got enough stuff here to wild camp and be pretty much self-sufficient, and I have got a guitar. So mileage on the trip is 0. So this is it, the start of the trip. Alright, that's it. Country number 1, England. And we're rolling. Woo! Feels weird to have started. I've got a lot of equipment with me. Some of it new. Even biking is new to me, in fact. So there'll be quite a lot of working things out on the way with this trip, so you'll have to bear with me maybe. So this is where I live. This is mile 0. It's going to be a long time until I see this place again, which is a weird thought. Right, so this bit of the M6 motorway is probably going to be one of the most boring bits of the entire trip for me, so I may as well take the opportunity to explain slightly what the plan is here. So last year I started doing all my CBT and learning to ride. I had a little Honda CBR 125 and I thrashed that poor thing into the ground, and I eventually melted the engine trying to ride the bike from Manchester all the way to Nottingham. That ended up on the back of a recovery truck, and that was the end of the 125. Alright, that's the food stop done. So there's nothing stopping us now. Lake District's here we come. So earlier this year I finished off my proper bike license. Picked up this Africa Twin a couple of months ago. Since then, the dream of riding it until I can ride it no more has prevailed. So I've got myself some panniers, and here we are, really. So riding it today is the first time that I've ridden it with these panniers on, actually loaded up. So this is going to be a learning curve. The whole thing is going to be a learning curve. I am going to try to go to as many countries in Europe as possible on this trip. The only caveat to that is I am going to avoid Ukraine, Belarus and Kaliningrad, because this is 2023 and the Ukraine war is going, and although technically I could get into those countries, it does not feel very respectful to do so. I don't want to waste time at the border when they've got aid and weapons and more important stuff to let through. So out of respect, I'm going to avoid those countries, but everywhere else I'm going to try to get to. So I started today just to the east of Manchester in the Peak District. I've ridden around Manchester and then up the M6. I'm now in the Lake District on the Windermere Ferry, and I'm going to camp in the Lake District tonight to start the trip.
This is the first ferry of the trip, the Windermere Ferry. Right. Cheers. £2.50. Thanks very much. Joy. Thanks, man. Take it easy. Go, yeah. Go. See you later. Mate. See ya. It's 6:15 in the evening on day one. I'm in the middle of the Lake District, and the weather is kind of like we're in a rainforest. Alright, I've just spent a bit of time messing around on some logging roads that I found. These tyres are new and it's cool to get off-road with them and see what they do. Now I am making my way over towards Hardknott Pass, which in the world of bikers is regarded as being one of the coolest roads in the galaxy. So my plan is to get myself over to Hardknott, get to the top of Hardknott, and I think I'm going to wild camp right at the top of there for the first night. top of Hardknott Pass, and this is going to be tonight's campsite somewhere here. So I've just pulled the bike off the road. How's that for a view? Wow. So the challenge is actually to find somewhere dry enough and flat enough to put the tent, which actually might be a challenge. I don't want to be too far from the bike. Yeah, I seem to have parked in a spring. Maybe this won't work. It's like the wettest place in the world. What's going on? That's going to have to do. So I've just thrown the tent up very quickly here. I wanted to try and be as subtle as I can, and I also want to make some dinner before it goes completely dark. Oh man. There it is, sleeping for night one. The bike's down there just cooling off. I can't drape the cover over it completely because it'll melt through while the engine's hot. The tent's up, and we've got all this stuff up here. So I'm going to make dinner quickly while the sun's setting. Pretty good day. So dinner on night one, steak and some green beans and mushrooms. Those green beans and mushrooms are cooked in garlic and mixed herbs, and it smells amazing. Not a bad view, eh? And just to take the edge off, and that view, not a bad start to the trip. Oh, that steak is amazing. When I'm just out in the wilderness by myself. Country number one. See you in the morning.